Digital technologies has been introduced. The project-based learning has been introduced and so have the skills. The students will now move on to surveys, online surveys on SurveyMonkey, which will allow them to partake in an online survey which will incorporate questions of their interests and how they feel about animal safety, and then will then be analysed together as a class, the results, to see how they feel. This will allow for them to engage in the topic, spark the interest of the topic between the students, and allow for the unit to begin. Now that the students have completed the surveys, discussed the data, analysed the data, interpreted the data, they will now move on to the topic Makey kits. The Makey kits will be introduced to students through a YouTube video, a short little clip explaining how they work, engaging them and exciting them. The students will have a few teacher-led lessons about how to use the Makey kits because they will not know knowledge on them yet. But in future lessons, they will be allowed to explore with the Makey kits alone. The students now will all be on their computers. They will look up the website CODE, in all capitals, CODE, and they will participate in an online coding 1-hour challenge. Although this 1-hour challenge will not take them 1 hour, they will do this in sections. This will allow them to engage with coding, become familiar with coding, and realise coding can be fun and interesting for both boys and girls. This coding activity will involve Frozen. The students will go through the Frozen and participate in this activity, making them familiar with coding before we move on to Scratch.
So this is Scratch. I've decided to use an example of the solution via Scratch and the Makey kit, which could be incorporated. If you see here, you've got the dog, and we can have Scratch linked to there and there. So, if we go, the dog can hit the sensor, bing, a new dog has arrived, notifying the Animal Welfare League with its comfy little bed, so they've considered, animal friendly environment with food and water and a little bit of shelter, and Animal Welfare League can attend to the dog.